me. Art solutionist.
Skateboarding came first in terms of it being like a huge passion, I think. But art's always been there just in terms of wanting to like draw and like doodle. But skateboarding was my main like passion for sure. There's one big difference between painting and skating for me, and that is like having the patience to sort of stop something, leave it and come back to it. Whereas with skateboarding I would always just keep trying until I land it or don't land it. I think having that experience as being a skater and that tension between the two, wanting to be impatient and go for it as well as being disciplined, allows for certain mistakes and things to come in, and it's about knowing when to like hold on to them. All these marks here that are like dribbled and bits of white are still coming through, and there's these bits I can pull out of latex that I laid on, which kind of works like masking fluid. I think that's what's fun about painting, is it like reveals new things to you and it can be a surprise, rather than like if you knew how everything was going to look before you did it, you'd probably fall out of love with it. You'd be like, whatever. Because I do drawings for these sort of paintings, but they end up just kind of becoming like a montage of different sections from different drawings. I guess that's like quite a lot to do with skating. You have an idea of something and you end up doing it, and it's like completely feels different to how you imagined it would feel, or you land it in a different way to how you imagined it would land, or you get close to landing it and then start learning a new trick from that experience. Like it kind of keeps growing. By letting go and being open-minded, you might end up doing something you never thought you'd do. So I think being a skateboarder means that you think in sort of 3D physical terms, like you skate objects, so I think my brain is just like more wired to think in those ways, like think of things in 3 dimension and texture, rather than things like more flat, I suppose. I don't know. That's where IEL started. It just came out of a kind of desire to make things more 3-dimensional. And then so I started making my own sculptures as well for the board graphics. So there'll be like installations in a sense, like I'll make them and then photograph them in the studio and then put them onto the board. These are the remnants of the old boards that I've got, and they were made so to scale roughly, photos on the wall, and then they get photographed. You can even see the pencil line here in the final image.
Oh, wow, that's really cool.
On the board, which is from the wall. But then like rather than blow it like air, touch it up in Photoshop, it's better to just be like, let's leave it, because I don't know, we're not trying to present something that's like virtual. It is physical, made in the world. So might as well look like, show it. I mean, these photos are like quite low res, but then shot on a really high res camera. It doesn't bother me at all. In a way, the thing about skating and painting for me is the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. And I think it's probably that like drive and a little bit of frustration that makes me just like kind of constantly excited by it. Like I'm not that good at painting, if that makes sense, or I'm not that good at skateboarding, I just try really hard. I always was just like, nothing can stop, it's like nothing's going to stop me from doing it constantly, and I wanted to get sponsored. I was quite like, yeah, cool, I'm here, I'm skating, trying to be quite in the public eye. Like, same with painting, I want to be successful. Like I'm not, and skateboarding's taught me that like, just, if you're really into it, just don't give up. Like, just do what feels like you're doing something interesting. Just keep doing that.
Going back, my life. Singing to the guy. Going back, my life. Singing to the guy.